So, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that there are things that we look at and we might say to ourselves, this looks unrealistic or this might not happen. However, that doesn't mean we can't have conversations about them. And in this particular video, we're talking about a possible trade target that the Dallas Cowboys should possibly look at, and that's Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I want to make it clear that if we know the Dallas Cowboys history, they love to go after receivers in the trade market. They pretty much do that exclusively in terms of giving up like a premium set of draft capital, which could end up being the exact case here depending on what Tampa Bay is looking to do. So in today's video, we're going to go over the logistics of a possible Mike Evans trade, what would take for it to happen, and would it be something that the Cowboys should think about doing? Let's dive straight into it. Now, before we get started with today's video, if you guys can hit the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell as well. Over 87% of you guys watching are not subscribed, so if you wish to not miss out on more content, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well. So the first thing we need to do is look at what we're dealing with in terms of a contract, because we know how the Joneses love to be about their precious cap space. Is this a move the Dallas Cowboys can make if they wanted to? Yes, this is a move they can make. As you can see on the screen right now, Mike Evans, as of right now, has a cap hit of $93 million. You might be saying, space. That is too much for what I can handle. But I want you to think about the long-term implications of such a maneuver. Because Tampa Bay has restructured his contract so many times, the money's already pushed out towards the tail end, as you can see here. So 2023 is going to be the real last big cap hit that you're going to have. Then 2024, you got a $12 million cap hit, $4 million cap hit, and $2 million cap hit in the following years, and then he ends up being a free agent in 2024 based off of how his contract is set up. Now, with that being said, the biggest thing is that are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking to move him? And there hasn't been a whole lot of talk on that. We've heard minimal rumors that he could be a trade target if someone comes with the right package. And the question is, what kind of compensation would that look like? Well, the fact is that it could end up being not a whole lot. And what I mean by that is typically with a guy of Mike Evans' caliber and how productive he has been in the league, having 1,000-yard seasons every single year, and what he's done, he could warrant a 2, a 1, maybe a combination of a 2 and another pick. It really comes down to what Tampa Bay is looking for, but also we got to factor in the salary, right? The Buccaneers, if they're like, I just need to get this guy off the books, they could just be looking for a 2 and a 4, which has been talked about a whole lot. Like, when you look at the trade market, sometimes teams aren't looking for the craziest amount. They're just looking to unload a contract. And so maybe the Dallas Cowboys say, you know what? Let's throw a 2 and a 4 there. Now, I have been asked, would you give up your first round pick to acquire Mike Evans? And for me, that's a hard no for me. And the reason why is because when I look at the draft board that's in front of us, I do believe that the Dallas Cowboys can get someone at 26 that will be a productive starter for years to come. I mean, we talked about it in the mock draft video, and we talked about it in several videos. But the question is would I inquire about a Mike Evans trade? Absolutely. The thing is that the reason why we're even having these conversations is because your wide receiving core needs to have some extra oomph in it. Also, we don't know what's going to happen with Michael Gallup, but here's why I think this would make sense. Basically, you would have Mike Evans for 4 more years, given with how they created his contract with all the restructures, just pushing the money back to now where basically he's still on a 4-year deal. Now, with that being said, the cap hit gets smaller and smaller every single year. So there could be a situation where the Bucs look at that and they're like, well, we kind of pushed the money all the way down here, and I think we need to get something in return. But again, if the Bucs are looking to go into full rebuild mode, especially if Tom Brady's like, I'm done, and we don't need to go all in again, they might just be like, you know what, Mike, we thank you so much for your service here with the Buccaneers organization, but I think we need to move on from you. And a lot of people don't know, but it could just take a simple phone call of asking, hey, how much is he worth? And you kind of haggle. I would say that If it's a 2 and a 4, I would make it work and go from there. But if they're asking for a first or anything like that, I would shy a little bit away from it, depending on how. I would say that it would be maybe a draft day trade, right? Like, that would be something I would inquire depending on how the draft board felt. Like, if everybody that I liked was wiped off the board and I did not like the value, I would just trade back and maybe just use the draft capital from that to go after some guys in the receiving market. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I think that going after Mike Evans makes sense for the Cowboys, but I think really is, what are you willing to give up for Mike Evans? That's my big thing. And, I'm not trying to be gun shy about it, but we kind of have to think about it this way, is that what is the long-term plan here? Like, I think that you can get other guys for different draft picks, and it really comes down to this too. If you're going to use your second-round pick on a receiver, and there's a proven commodity that's out there that's better than what you like, you could just trade that draft pick and use it for that, because you kind of need to go all in now. And when I say go all in, I'm not asking for you to do a whole lot. This is just one question for this particular player. Would I go after Mike Evans? Yes, if the price is right. That is a real big consideration. And we don't know what the Bucs are asking for. I would definitely get on the phone. Hey, how much is it to go after Mike Evans? What do you want? And if they say, okay, well, it's going to be a first, I can do a 2 and a 4, and then you kind of just go from there. And if nothing works there, nothing works there. But please, tell me what you guys think. Should the Dallas Cowboys go after Mike Evans? Buy or sell? I'm buying on it if the price is right. Otherwise, I'm selling. Please let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Space Cowboy Media signing out. Have a good one.